Okay. Well, I'm going to call my higher-ups and figure out how we're going to handle this, okay?
My name is Norma Thornton. I live in Bullhead City, Arizona.
Full color front and back. Come see Aaron.
Okay, so I've made contact with the lady and a gentleman that was here. I went up and talked to her. I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm just bringing the transients some food. They're hungry.
Yeah, so I just got I'm not on speakerphone, right?
Yeah, you are. I'll take you off. I think this is a PR nightmare, but okay. Here's the bad news.
Uh-oh.
You're under arrest.
I am?
Yes, for violating the city ordinance. Good news is, all I'm going to do, get your fingerprints, all that stuff, and I will bring you right back here.
The city of Bullhead has made it a crime to feed the needy.
Technically, I'm supposed to be handcuffing you and everything too, but I'm not going to do that. 'Cause I don't think you're a hardened criminal. I don't think you're out to hurt me.
I'm not out to hurt anybody. Just so you know, you are under arrest. This is an arrest. You must go to court. Do not come back into the park and feed people. If you do, you will definitely spend the night in the jail in Kingman. I started out a wonderful day. I had good food, made up for for the people down at the park. I just finished up serving approximately 26 or 27 people. And the very last person that come through, I literally was scraping the bottom of my pants, finished off the food, gave him. And as he was walking away, these two police officers drove up, Bullhead City Police. Finally, the day came to come and talk to the prosecutor person, and then they would set a date for criminal court. So thought of people being hungry. I mean, I'm not making a big impact. It's not that much. But at least some people have enough food to survive. And I can't even imagine living in this country and being hungry. To be told that you cannot feed the hungry, regardless of what the circumstances are, it's sad, but it makes me really, really angry, to put it bluntly. After the court, this reporter sat down beside me because I was sitting right on the brink of tears, and he sat down, talked to me a little bit, and he said, may I take your picture? He asked me a few questions. The day after, the front page blasts across, grandmother arrested for feeding the homeless, or something like that. I'm never going to stop feeding them, never. I am still able to serve people. It's not ideal. There's no tables, there's no grass. They get their food and they just sit up against a fence that gives us some shade. When I was serving in the park, word would get out that I was serving, and it was much easier for people to get to me and to the food. We always kept the park clean, so that the place is always left as clean or cleaner than we arrived. Nobody camped in the park, lived in the park. The city has made it very clear that I can have a party and host up to 100 people with no consequence at all, so long as I am not feeding the homeless. I am not enabling homelessness. I'm enabling these people to survive.
Norma Thornton, seen here, was arrested back in March after Bullhead City police saw her giving food to homeless people at a public park. The city dropped criminal charges against her, but Thornton is now suing the city, claiming the law itself violates her civil rights.
Okay, well, I'm going to call my higher-ups and figure out how we're going to handle this, okay?
This is police body camera footage from earlier this year, given to us by Norma Thornton's attorneys.
Very, very, very scary. I thought I was going to go to spend some time in jail.
It shows her getting put in a police car after they say she was feeding the homeless at a public park.
Still, I thought it was kind of a joke, someone playing a prank.
Turns out, Thornton was accused of breaking a Bullhead City law. The ordinance makes it illegal to take part in a food-sharing event in a public park without a permit. But it's just for prepared foods, not prepackaged items like bags of chips or canned sodas. And it states the event meets this criteria if it's for a charitable purpose. The city says this ordinance is to ensure public health and safety and to prevent trash from piling up because of food-sharing events. But Thornton claims that's a mask, punishing people for helping the homeless.
Bullhead City cannot treat people like this. Norma, like everyone in this country, has a constitutional right to engage in charity.
Thornton's attorneys with the Institute for Justice filed this lawsuit against Bullhead City. The suit asks a federal judge to strike down the ordinance and prevent officials from enforcing it.
She wants to be able to go back to feeding food in the park, and she wants other people to be able to join her.
News 3 reached out to Bullhead City officials for a comment. They responded saying the ordinance is meant to ensure that prepared foods given to homeless or anyone outside a private party is safely and responsibly served. That requires a food handler's permit.